Dear students, welcome to the second session of Natural Pigments. Here we'll study Introduction to Hemoglobin, Structural Formulae and Importance of Hemoglobin. There are some of the annual pigments here. One is bilirubin, an orange-yellow pigment in the bile formed as a breakdown product of hemoglobin. Excess amounts in the blood produced the yellow appearance associated with jaundice. Second one is urobilin, brown bile pigment formed from urobilinogens and found in feces and in small amounts in urine. Luciferin pigment occurring in luminescent organisms emits heatless light when undergoing oxidation. Melanin, insoluble pigments that accounts for the color of, for example, skin and scales, feathers. Hemoglobin, one of the animal pigment abbreviated as Hb or Hgb, is the iron-containing oxygen transport metalloprotein in the red blood cells of all vertebrates as well as the tissues of some invertebrates. Hemoglobin is the main component of red blood cells. Red blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. About 70% of our body's iron is found in the red blood cells of our blood, called hemoglobin, and in muscles called myoglobin. Myoglobin in muscle cells accepts, stores, transports, and releases oxygen. The normal range for hemoglobin is, for men, 13.5 to 17.5 grams per deciliter, for women 12.0 to 15.5 grams per deciliter. Hemoglobin, a respiratory pigment which contains iron, allows it to bind to oxygen. Red blood cells transport oxygen from the lungs to the other tissues and organs. Hemoglobin-bound carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions is carried in the blood back to the lungs, where it releases the hydrogen ions and carbon dioxide and rebinds oxygen. Thus, hemoglobin helps to transport hydrogen ions and carbon dioxide. Coming to the structure of hemoglobin, this is the structure of hemoglobin. This is red blood cells in which hemoglobin is present. In hemoglobin, you can find here two polypeptide chains alpha 1, beta 1, alpha 2, beta 2. Four polypeptide chains are present in hemoglobin, non-covalently bound each other, and heme iron complex is present on all polypeptide chains. That means each polypeptide chain holds this complex, which is blood in color, so the color of hemoglobin will be blood. The hemoglobin molecule is made up of four polypeptide chains, alpha 1, beta 1, alpha 2, beta 2, non-covalently bound to each other. There are four heme iron complexes. Each chain holds a heme group containing one Fe2 plus atom. The heme iron complexes are colored red because they give hemoglobin its red color. And the structure of heme. This is the structure of heme. You can find here 1, 2, 3, 4 porphyrin rings. So iron forms complex with these porphyrin rings. So the color of heme iron complex is red. Heme is composed of a ring-like organic compound known as porphyrin, to which an iron atom is attached. It is the iron atom that reversibly binds oxygen as the blood travels between the lungs and the tissues. There are four iron atoms. Human blood is red because of the protein hemoglobin, which contains a red color compound called heme that's crucial for carrying oxygen through our bloodstream. Heme contains an iron atom which binds to oxygen. It's this molecule that transports oxygen from our lungs to other parts of the body. Here are some iron-rich foods. These are the iron-rich foods: jaggery, chocolates, coconut, all vegetables, fruits, non-vegetarian foods. Coming to the functions of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin functions by binding and transporting oxygen from the capillaries in the lungs to all of the tissues in the body. It also plays a role in the transport of carbon dioxide from the tissues of the body back to the lungs. Nitric oxide and carbon monoxide can also bind with hemoglobin. Carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin very much readily than oxygen, and its presence actually prevents oxygen from binding to hemoglobin. This is why carbon monoxide poisoning is so serious. Causes of low hemoglobin. The first cause is blood loss. This may occur due to surgery, heavy menstrual periods, bleeding in the gastrointestinal tract, or any other form of bleeding. Premenopausal females are more likely to have a low hemoglobin level than men due to menstruation. The second cause is lack of production. Diminished production of cells in the bone marrow may occur due to bone marrow failure or infiltration of the bone marrow with cancer such as leukemia, lymphoma, or solid tumors such as metastatic breast cancer. Hemolysis. Blood cells may be hemolyzed due to conditions such as severe infections, toxins, and malaria. Nutritional deficiency can cause low hemoglobin, such as iron deficiency, vitamin B12 deficiency, and folate deficiency can cause anemia. Kidney disease. Healthy kidneys release erythropoietin, a hormone that promotes RBC production. Abnormal hemoglobin. Any abnormalities of hemoglobin levels or structure can lead to serious symptoms. Symptoms associated with hemoglobin abnormalities can include fatigue, a rapid heart rate, pale skin, and more. Conditions in which hemoglobin has an abnormal structure include: first one is sickle cell anemia. This is an inherited condition in which abnormal hemoglobin results in RBC shaped like sickles. These are the sickle cells. They can get stuck in blood vessels, resulting in pain, blood clots, and increased stroke risk. So the second one is thalassemia. These hereditary diseases are characterized by different types of abnormal hemoglobin. Both alpha and beta thalassemia have many different types, and symptoms vary from none to severe. Here are some MCQs. The first question is, the globin of the hemoglobin is a protein composed of closely packed polypeptide chains of. There are 4 options here, and the answer is second one, that is 4 parallel layers. Second question is, carboxyhemoglobin is formed by. Answer is first one, that is carbon monoxide. Third question is, oxidation state of iron in hemoglobin is +2. Fourth question is, hemoglobin is respiratory pigment. Last question is, hemoglobin takes up the number of molecules of oxygen. Answer is 4. Thank you.